Back in New Jersey, the timeout situation. Celtics have 2 full and a 20. Nets have a full and a 20. New York Sports Report tonight will have the recap of this game, what's going on around the world of baseball. The Knicks have a game tonight at home. The Devils play here tonight against the Detroit Red Wings. All of that coming up on the New York Sports Report on Fox Sports Net. Now, a minute 21 remaining on the offensive end. The Nets will have the ball. Where do they go?
Well, they've been riding that dribble exchange on the one side. I would look for a post-up of some sort. See if they can get Van Horn or Martin after they run their initial side screens, letting them slip to the box, see if they can get them at least to the free throw line. Now they're going to take it out the length of the floor, get the full 24. But they'll probably do it off some motion. You know how they like to pass, kid gives it up, comes back, gets through, and then eventually let him get another touch.
Now, neither team has a foul to give, so as we get down to this final minute, that could be a factor.
If I were Boston, once Kidd gives it up, I would not let him get it back.
Kidd there to Kittles. Now in the corner to Kenyon Martin. McCullough cut off. Carey driving. Bank shot is no good, and Eric Williams had the rebound, so Nets didn't get a good one there.
No.
The Celtics can take the lead. Kenny Anderson's been coming off that pick. Pierce for 3. Got it! Killer. Big shot from Paul Pierce, and the Celtics lead by 2. 35 for Pierce. Now it's Van Horn's turn, and he can't answer. It's an air ball, but Martin got it back.
Oh, thought that was out. Clock's still going.
Jason Kidd, contact. Van Horn got the rebound and put it up.
They had plenty of time, too. I think Jason Kidd thought it was much deeper.
Tied at 88.
They'll get it back.
Just the second tie of the game. Anderson and Kidd. Driving on Kidd. Anderson off balance. Banked it in.
Wow. Timeout.
And the Nets call timeout on a tough shot by Kenny Anderson with 20.4 left.
Now, Mookie, a former Net, bit them in California at Golden State. And Kenny Anderson this time with great penetration, going to his favorite hand and using the glass. 90 to 88. The Nets have 20.4 to answer. And the offense has not meshed the last few trips. They've been stuck. Getting into something earlier and without the dribble might be beneficial to them.
The Celtics defense is picked up. Here's Kenny Anderson's move.
I see right here, they're ready to, if they go the other way. Here's a long jump shot earlier as Pierce is able to knock it, and then the long jumper, and alertly underneath Keith Van Horn in position to do some damage. But here comes Kenny to the left side, and everybody was lifted. They couldn't get the pinch. You see where McCullough had to come from the foul line. Awfully tough, and little chest bump too at the end, and rightfully so.
So now down by 2 with a 20-second timeout remaining. The Nets will come out now. Do they go for 3 to win, or they go for 2?
No, you go for the tie. I think you got to, you get yourself back in the game, play some good defense, force them, hopefully for a missed rebound, and if they shoot too early, you may have some options. But this is a defensive set that you got to keep Kidd out of the mix. I think if you're Boston and counter that, the Nets with some motion and maybe a low block. They tried McCullough earlier, but the defense took it away on the last trip.
Crowd on their feet. Paul Pierce has been a one-man wrecking crew. 9 of 13 in the second half alone. He's been to the free throw line double-digit times. He's got 33 in the second half alone. 35 overall.
And Strickland guarding Jason Kidd. Good defender, strong.
Van Horn to inbound to Jason Kidd. Final 20 seconds. Kidd looking to set it up. Goes to Kittles. Now it's Van Horn in the corner. He got fouled. That might be 3 free throws.
Should be 3. And the best free throw shooter on the New Jersey Nets, Keith Van Horn, 75%, and generally shoots near 80 for his career. And here's the side pick and roll. A little double down. First for Kittles, and then the slip to the corner by Van Horn. Well diagrammed and how alert.
Good presence of mind there by Van Horn. He knew he had Walker up in his face.
Clyde, right? Old Frazier kind of a play. Dick Carter questioning the call at the other end.
Antoine Walker just had a bit of a temper tantrum down by the Celtics bench.
I think that was the limit. That was the limit for him, too.
Yeah, he has fouled out. Joe Johnson will replace him, and Van Horn on the line. 7.2 remaining. Walker leaves with 25. Free throws coming, and Van Horn missed it. Now, he's 3 of 5 on the afternoon. Needs them both. Got one.
Changes your strategy now. Defensively, they'll probably, Boston going to call a timeout to try and make
Celtics call a timeout.
A little tougher.
Going to try to ice Van Horn with 7.2 remaining.
Now you got to talk about what you're going to do defensively as well as, Keith, you're assuming he's going to make it, how you're going to play.
90 to 89.
They also got to think if there's a miss, you're going to give one. You don't mean right away. That's part of it. But you don't say that until after he leaves the huddle. He's one of your top free throw percentage shooters. And so you do two things. You talk about when he makes it, and then the discussion is after he leaves, what you might do if, in fact, he does happen to not make it. But Boston, on the other hand, they've got the ability to push the ball. They've got a lot of options. Without Walker, I'm sure it's going to be Pierce and Anderson, somebody using the dribble to push it.
Well, the Nets certainly have to be concerned about Paul Pierce's range. He can get a shot off from 30 feet in, and he has done it so often the second half. He's got to feel like he can make it from anywhere. That's assuming Keith Van Horn makes the free throw. Now, he's got one to go here.
Now, they'll probably call timeout if he makes it, get themselves organized. I think this was strictly a make sure Van Horn thinks a little bit, kind of a timeout.
Nets have to be aware of, if there is a miss, getting to the board and trying to keep it alive. No fouls to give for either team. The Celtics still have 2 timeouts, one full and one 20. Nets have a 20, and Van Horn goes to the line.
And Kenyon Martin's very quick to the ball on missed shots, if in fact it does miss.
And Van Horn swishes it. No timeout for the Celtics. Here's Pierce on Martin. He'll pull up from anywhere. Here it is. Three-pointer. Pierce, no good.
That's one.
And the Nets have forced overtime on 2 Van Horn free throws.
No place to go. Why not on a Saturday afternoon? Play a little extra. Van Horn stepping up big time with the free throw after the timeout.